looking forward to another game, another chance to play at home at Bartow Arena. Was very pleased with the overall effort and performance from our last game at Chattanooga. Thought we did some really, really good things defensively, scouting report-wise, that I was really pleased with, and had a lot of guys play with, have some really good individual performances. Still looking to have us continue to move the basketball. Passing is a big emphasis for us, taking care of the basketball, not turning it over, and then transition defense. And that's something that's going to be tested on Thursday. Lemoyne Owen comes in here from Memphis, really known, smaller team, really known to push the basketball. So we're going to be tested in that. And, again, it'll be good to get out on the floor and play another game at home.
Coach, just where's this team at right now? You've had two pretty dominant wins, and where's their confidence at, and how much more do they have to go before you come to the big games?
Well, I think we have a whole long way to go. I think it's a process. These guys know it. I think the one exciting thing is every time we've played, whether it's a scrimmage, exhibition game, game 1, game 2, we've seen our team get better. So I think they've seen each other get better. They're playing more cohesive almost every time we step out there. So I think they're seeing that improvement. I think that's, from a coaching standpoint, what I'm most excited about. I think the sky's the limit for this team, but it is definitely a process. We have to do a lot of things better. As you mentioned, we're going to start to, here in the next week, play some more difficult opponents that we're going to have to be better and sharper on many of the things that we do.
How different is the start of this season compared to last season? It seems like things are flowing more cohesively.
Yeah, I think last year there was a huge expectation, and then kind of that earthquake moment when Nick gets hurt in game 1, and then we almost went back to kind of rediscovery mode. This year's team, it's been a steady, gradual, getting better process. I think we have a lot of guards that can pass the basketball, and a very unselfish team. So again, I think on the floor they look a lot more cohesive. A lot of guys that really fit into our system, I think, really good this year. So I think that's helped offensively as well. And the other thing I've been pleased with is just a lot of energy. They're playing hard. We're diving on the floor for loose balls. We're taking charges. We're doing a lot of the little things that I know I'm very passionate about and excited about.
Lemoyne Owen is not a team a lot of people know about.
Sure.
Just what are they going to do to you guys, and how can this team benefit from that?
Well, I think it's for us, it's continuing to learn how to play together. It's continuing to defend our home court and get confidence against another opponent. One of the things they're going to do is they're smaller than us. We've struggled in the past with smaller teams, so our big guys are going to be on little guys, and our guards are going to be on some bigger guys as well. So it's going to be we're going to have to do a great job of keeping the basketball in front. I thought when we played our exhibition against Morehouse, they did probably a better job than the other two teams of really challenging us in transition because they were smaller. So that's one of the emphasis from a scouting report standpoint. Their head coach, Coach Anderson, has been there for a long time in Memphis, and he's a really established coach at their level. So again, it's another game where we have to continue to get better.
Coach, talk about, again, go kind of back to last season compared to this season and your personal confidence level, being a second-year guy. How does it feel this year compared to last year?
I think naturally I feel more, I obviously have a lot more experience under my belt. I think I feel, I definitely feel better about myself and our staff as a whole. We've been together a year. I feel like we're on the same page, maybe better clicking together. And I think the players now have been coached by myself, especially the returners, for over a year, and our coaches as well. So I think we just have a good vibe, and definitely, I feel like I'm better today than I was yesterday, and obviously better in year 2 than I was in year 1.
Do you feel like, we only had 2 regular season games, do you feel like you figured out the lineup, or do you feel like there'll probably be some more changes as we learn a little bit more about
Yeah, I think we're still too early to say what, and we've messed with some different rotations. I've still challenged the guys that roles, are not set and are still open, and by practicing hard and performing in practice every day and earning it. And we've had a lot of guys play well, and we've had just a lot of different combinations we can go with. So I think we're still trying to figure that out. The group that we've started the last 2 games has been good together, and I think we'll plan on that tomorrow, but it's definitely still going to be evolving as we go forward.
And then looking ahead to next week,
Mm-hmm.
Grand Cayman. So I know it's hard to look ahead when you still got a game
For sure.
between now and then. But talk about that tournament a little bit, some of the teams that are in it, and what you feel like you'll learn going down there.
Yeah, I think we'll find out down in the Cayman Islands very quickly. How do we stack up against some really good teams in the country? Open up with Richmond, who is historically one of the better teams in Atlantic 10 and was in the NIT last year. I know they won down in Tuscaloosa, last year in March, and then Cincinnati's on our side of the bracket, so we could potentially face them. They're top 12 in the country. Iowa's on the other side of the bracket. All the teams in the field. Buffalo's on our side. All those teams have been in the NCAA tournament or have had a lot of success in the last couple of years. Wyoming's picked to do really good in their league. So we're going to find out, for 3 straight days. It's going to be a challenge because we haven't played for even 2 straight days. So play back to back to back against 3 quality opponents will definitely be a challenge, and we'll find out fairly quickly. I think how do we stack up against some of the best teams in the country.
Confidence level is pretty high. Just think it comes from practice. We know every day that we're going to compete against one another because we know when it's game time we're going to have to compete in the game. So confidence level is pretty high right now.
When you come out, I guess, into a second year of a coach, I mean, last year there were all those huge expectations on you guys, and Coach mentioned it, Nick goes down, and you guys kind of were in self-discovery mode. Does it feel like this year things are just kind of flowing a lot easier? It just seems like you guys are more relaxed and playing together.
Yeah, we're a lot more relaxed from last year to this year. I think with Nick on the court, it opens up a lot. Him with the ball in his hand, he can make amazing plays. Off the ball, people are always helping. Really not helping because they're guarding Nick because he's a shooter. So he helps a lot on the court.
When you start a season like you guys have, the double-digit wins and things are going easy, you have to kind of refocus a little bit and be like, look, we got a long way to go on this season, and
Yeah.
These are just 2 games.
Yeah, we just got to lock in, stay focused. Like you said, it's only 2 games. We know what we can do, and the scary thing is that we know that we can do better. So we just got to come in and compete every day in practice and stay focused and get better.
Who would you say this year, who's the leader of this team? Out of everybody on the roster, he's kind of the guy in the huddle that's calling the shots, pointing directions.
Probably say me, Nick, and Chris. Probably got 3 leaders on the squad this year because we got more experience on the court. We know what to expect, and we just know how to lead the team, honestly.
And so it's early in the year, and obviously you kind of had a spell where you've considered some NBA things. What are some personal goals? It's your senior year, so what are some personal goals for you out of this year? What do you want to get out of this season?
I just want to win, honestly. Win a lot. Win. Personally, just leave here with a winning record, honestly. Got a little tongue-tied right there. So probably win Defensive Player of the Year for the 3rd time. Probably personal goal. Just winning, honestly.
So, Lemoyne tomorrow, but then you got the Cayman Island Classic. That's different than any other road game you'll play, obviously, because of where it's at. So there's some challenges there.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? How do you prepare for that? I mean, it's back to back to back. You got to play basketball for 3 days in a row somewhere that you've probably never been before.
Yeah.
Talk about that and how you're going to prepare yourself and the rest of the team.
Started with focus. I really haven't thought about it, but just being focused and just knowing the coaches are going to be on top of the scouting reports, whoever we play, just execute the scouting report and play defense. Everything starts with defense. Play defense, see some shots goes in, and we should be good. So pretty much just focus.